Hi, welcome to Fusion Beads. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Scarlet fade bracelet. One of my favorite things to do is an ombre or color fade effect in my designs. I'm so excited for this Scarlet Swarovski color. It's great red color that I think works great with a lot of other pink Swarovski colors. I've created a simple bracelet design with the Scarlet as a center star and then strung it on soft flex and paired it with sparkling gold spacers. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to use. To create the fade, I'm going to use 4mm Swarovski Bicones in Scarlet, Indian Pink, Padparadscha, Rose Peach, Light Peach, and Silk. Then I've also got Pewter Faceted Heishi Spacer Beads by TierraCast in gold. These are really fun because they're faceted. They've got 6 sides and they really add some sparkle. I've also got a 5mm 22 gauge closed jump ring for the closure, as well as a base metal lobster claw clasp in gold. Then I've also got 2 2x2mm crimp beads in gold filled, and also 2 crimp covers in gold filled. I'll be using soft flex beading wire in 0.014 diameter. I've also got 2 tools, my wire cutter and my crimping plier. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start by crimping one side of the soft flex to the clasp. I've got about 10 to 12 inches of soft flex beading wire right here that I've already cut off my spool. I'm going to string up 1 2mm crimp bead and then my lobster claw. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pass my end of the wire back through my crimp bead. And I'm going to cinch up my wire just enough where I still have wiggle room with my clasp. And then I'm going to take my crimping plier and crimp it. You'll notice on the crimping plier that there's 2 notches. There's a back notch. It's kind of shaped a little bit like a kidney bean. And then a front notch. It's shaped kind of like an egg. We're going to use the back notch first to crimp the bead. Okay, I'm going to put the crimp bead right in that back notch, as you can see, and give it a good squeeze. You can see it's created a notch for each piece of wire going through there. And then I'm going to take my front notch of my pliers, turn my crimp bead. You see that it's going up and down now. And then I'm going to crimp it, and it's going to squish that crimp bead into a nice cylinder, like so. Okay, and then I've got this little tail of wire left. So I'm going to go ahead and use my wire cutters, get in there close, and cut that off. That's it, that's done. I'm going to add a crimp bead cover at the very end. This is a nice finishing technique to make it look like a finished bead at the end and hide the crimp bead. However, it is just decorative, so you could leave it just like this. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and take my other end of my beading wire and string up 15 of the TierraCast Pewter Faceted Heishi beads. Just kidding. These are great to add some sparkle to your design. Comes in a lot of different colors, so you could do this design in silver or copper. It's great. Make sure I have just enough. All right, I need a few more. I need just 3 more. All right, there we go. my 15 spacer beads. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 2 silk 4mm Swarovski Bicone beads. 1, 2, 2 light peach Swarovski Crystal Bicone beads, 2 rose peach, 2 of the Padparadscha, 2 of the Indian pink, and then all 7 of my Scarlet. Like I said, the Scarlet is our star, so I've added 7 of these for the center. This is going to make a big impact right in the center of your piece. Look how pretty that fade is. Okay, then I'm just going to reverse my pattern with 2 Indian pink, 2 Padparadscha, 2 rose peach, 2 light peach, and 2 silk. All right, look at how pretty that fade is, all from the center out. All right, and to finish it up, I'm going to complete by adding 15 more of the TierraCast spacers. Just like that. Okay, now to finish it, I'm going to do the same as I did on the start. And I'm going to use my crimp bead and then a closed jump ring for the lobster claw to clasp into. All right, start by putting on my 2mm crimp bead, my closed jump ring, bring it down to my beads, put my soft flux right through that crimp bead, cinch up the wire. You want enough room for that jump ring to wiggle, but not too tight. Okay, then again, using my crimping plier, using the back notch first, I'm going to get in here, give it a good squeeze. You see that? Turn it, use my front notch, and squeeze again, crimping it down, and it makes it nice and secure. Again, with that excess wire, we're going to just take our wire cutter and trim off the end of the wire. So there is your complete bracelet. Now I'm going to use the crimp bead covers just to cover up the crimp beads to make it look a little bit more finished, look like a bead there. And we're just going to hide that crimp bead. So taking my crimp bead cover, I like to use my crimping plier again and put it in that front notch just to hold on to it. Slide my crimp bead in and then just gently squeeze it to bring the two sides of the crimp bead cover together, like so. And then again, I'll do it for the second side. Putting it in that front notch, just so I have a good grip. Put my crimp bead right inside. Get that jump ring out of the way. And give it a squeeze, gently closing it. You don't want to squish it flat. You just want to bring those edges together so it looks like a little round bead. And that's it. And there you have the Scarlet Fade Bracelet. Go ahead and open the lobster, hook it into the jump ring, and you're done. Hope you've enjoyed this bracelet. You can find this and many more projects at fusionbeads.com.